Hello there, RJB here. I return yet again for another video, and today we've got Hamburgersasu against Leebokgu lined up for you, and I hope you are going to find this as entertaining as I am, because usually, most of the time, these two players put up amazing fights that are just a treat to behold. It's just a lot of fun to watch these two players go against each other. They have a rivalry of sorts going on since forever and ever, and it just is gonna keep on going forever and ever and ever until the game just happens to die out. Which I hope doesn't happen all too soon. It might happen in a couple of years, because of course we all kind of know that Starcraft has been on somewhat of a decline in terms of player base for the last decade or so, but it's holding on strong, it's holding on tightly, and together we are going to keep this game alive. I am sure we are capable of that. So we've got Hamburgersasu here on the white, not sure what this color is, I'm just going to go with white. Maybe it's pink, could be anything. And Leebokgu here on the pale blue Protoss on the middle top of the map. If I change against, yeah, let's do red versus blue, just a little bit easier to keep track of. I'm not sure if in the video you guys can very easily distinguish or see the difference between the two colors on the minimap. For me here, while I'm observing, it's pretty easy to see. For you, it might not be. So let's do red against blue and see what Leebokgu is going to do here on the top middle of the map as Protoss. Looks like he's going to start off with a Nexus first on a middle spawn location, which actually doesn't happen all too often. Hamburgersasu started off with a barracks on 8 supply, followed up by a depot, followed up by a barracks, and he's not going for a third barracks. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. Barracks number 3 arriving on the scene. There it is. Yeah, this is basically just a very standard build order. This is not a very standard build order for Leebokgu, because most of the time, I think I've touched upon this subject a couple of times, or maybe in every single video so far. If it is a Protoss on a middle spawn location, they tend to go for double gateway into Nexus, but Leebokgu changes everything up and goes for Nexus into triple gateway. Not something we often see, but something that might just be very strong. I mean, he wouldn't be doing it otherwise. Although against a player like Hamburgersasu, this might be a very risky choice to go for, because Hamburgersasu has amazing early game control. He's fast, he's accurate, he's smart as well. He knows what to do. He knows what to do. So yeah, it looks like both players kind of somewhat know where their opponents are located on the map. Leebokgu is currently going the wrong way because he doesn't want his probe to die. He's going to try to sneak in to this base later on. One marine there makes his way into Leebokgu's base, turns around, going to wait for more marines, or is just going to... He's going to walk in with SCV and a marine both at the same time. Going to try to kill the probe, but the probe there going to stay alive. Zealot there attacks the marine. We don't have a cybercore on the way yet. We've got one gas there coming out from Leebokgu. He's got triple gateway production on happening. And the fact that Hamburgersasu doesn't see the Cybercore or a Forge is going to give away Leebokgu's entire game plan. Although that does look like a Cybercore, but I think Hamburgersasu should be fine with his triple barrack production, adding on one command center. He doesn't have an academy on the way yet, doesn't have gas yet. He's just slowly building up, preparing himself for a very micro-intense defense with the marines he's got against the zealots that are going to keep streaming in across the map into his base, as Leebokgu is going to keep trying to keep the pressure on Hamburgersasu. He has to. He basically has to. Hamburgersasu going for a third command center, still getting information with the SCV. Cybercore they're finishing up in the back, well, in the front and middle. Now it's going to be a question of whether he's going for a robotics or Dragoon range. It's a robotics. Not sure where he's going to go next. Most of the time it's a Citadel of Dune. He might go for a second robo. It's a Forge. He's going to need cannons after all, because he's starting to notice that Hamburgersasu has quite a sizable marine army that he can push with and break through the front door with, or just break into the base with, although he's for now using his zealots to keep the pressure up on Hamburgersasu, who's pulling back in between his barracks to make it harder for the zealots to fight back or to attack against the marines. He splits them up in between the very tight little build order there of the barracks. The zealots are forced to retreat while he's still not getting cannons there in the front. Finally getting cannons there in the front. I don't think Hamburgersasu can go for an offensive push there though, because he still doesn't have medics. He's got Stim Upgrade on the way because the academy has just finished, but still no medics, and he really needs medics to help those marines push through the front door there with some Stim. And, well, if no medics are there, the stim is going to slowly kill the Marines. But yes, he pulls back once again in between his barracks. His Zealots are on the attack, but they can't really fight into this. Not sure if I agree with that move or the push forward by Leebokgu, but at least he's keeping Hamburgersasu occupied, goes back in. This is a way better fight for Leebokgu there, but Hamburgersasu splits up his Marines and prevents most of them from going down, although the number of Zealots is still high enough for him to still kill a couple of them. He still killed a lot of them, but also lost pretty much every single Zealot except those two that are now escaping. Kills one more SCV, maybe two. Zealots go down, they're in the back. He's gonna... Somehow they're still alive. Somehow they're still alive. That one sneaks into the corner. Factory finished, machine ship on the way. Engineering base there being added on. I think we're gonna see double engineering bay. He's going to go for double upgrades there on the Marines. Got range on the way as well. He's going to try to break the front door, I am sure, because he's got fire bats, Marines, everything in a nice, neat little combination. We've got a scan coming out there in the front. He wants to know what's up there. He only sees 2 cannons and about 5-6 Zealots. 2 Reavers are on the way. He knows they're going to be finishing very soon, so he's going to have to break through as fast as he can. The medics have not yet arrived on the scene. Oh, that's very good. Very good move there from Leebokgu just in time, although I think the Reaver there behind the cannons would have saved the day anyway. But very good timing to put down the 2 gateways there just before Hamburg has a good attack. The timing was perfect. Here in the back, got a support plate finished up. We got the Temple Starcraft on the way. And no cannons or pro production happening at the moment because Leebokgu is focusing on the attack. So he's queuing up one more round of macro and then goes in for the attack. Hamburgersasu splitting up his unit. Gonna try to snipe the shuttle. Snipe the shuttle. Ooh, Zealot Reaver gets out. Reaver gets a huge hit there on the Marines. The Marines are pulling back behind the wall, but there's not much left on the wall. There's not much Marines left either. He killed about 50. He killed a lot of Marines there. The Scarab hit exactly in the middle, but the fact that he killed the shuttle and the double Reaver, of course, shuts down the attack. It forces Leebokgu to go back into his own base and wait for 2 more Reavers, or maybe 1, and for his Zealot speed. He doesn't have level 1 attack queued up yet. Usually we see level 1 attack in combination with with Zealot speed, but not this time around. Shuttle speed, though, is going to finish up very soon. Hamburgersasu is finishing up his choke there. He's going to have to put a barrack there in the middle, or maybe just going to put 2 bunkers there behind and 1 more depot so they can still walk through. Not sure what he's going to do, but usually that is what they do. Now do note that there's a slight little bit of spacing here for the turrets. Makes it hard for them to see. Leebokgu goes in. Oh no, sorry, he's going to snipe it. Reaver goes down, attack on the front at the same time. Very good attack. All the Marines are away from the front. Yeah, he's going to kill the tank, kill the turret, kill the bunker, and gonna maybe escape. Ooh, kills a couple more units before he goes back in. He can't get the final SCV. Great control there from Hamburgersasu. Keeps it 1 SCV alive to build another bunker. I don't think there are a lot of Dark Templars on the way. He queued up a lot of Dark Templars, though he's just unqueued them. Basically, if he killed the SCV there in the front door, he would have gone for a Dark Templar wave and hopefully arrive here before the turret finished. But the SCV survived, turret got thrown down. Leebokgu cancelled some of his Dark Templars, replaced them with other units. Still gonna use them though. Marines there are going to the sides for more vision, more turrets landing on the sides as well. Hamburgersasu on 52 SCVs. He's not as far progressed as I would have hoped. But he's not going for starports, he's going for factories instead, so no raid defense. It's going to be Marines, tanks, that are going to be defending for now for a pretty long time. Level 1 attack, their auto Marines finishing up very soon. We've got level 1 attack and level 1 air armor on the way for Leebokgu. He isn't going in yet, he's preparing for a double attack. Dark Templars from the bottom side, Reaver Templar from the top side. A lot of turrets there, Marines are in between the drop path as well. No Marines on the bottom side, but I don't think that our Templar is going to be much of a problem. Starts to unload them though. No turrets that finish on the bottom side. Great move actually. Force him to be distracted and focus on the Dark Templar. Is going to kill the Dark Templar. One Dark Templar trying to get away. Walks into a turret that's not yet finished. Scans to prevent the SV from going down and losing the detection. So very well played. More shuttles coming up there on the top side. There's 4 shuttles in total. Gonna go in with both of them at the same time. Gonna unload a couple of them at the top side there. That's the carpet unload. Templars are in range of the SCVs. He dodges Storm. Loses about 6. A lot of Templars are there in the backside. Kills the Templar just in time. Reaver doesn't really get much done either. But the Templars and the Storms And the Zealots are killing pretty much everything that Hamburgersasu has, forced to pull Marines from the bottom side to the top side, try and save the top side because he's losing turrets, losing units. Double attack happening at the same time as well, but the bunker's protecting the front side. The top side there gets cleared out, another drop there is on the way. Front side is also looking somewhat fine, but Hamburgersasu is struggling to deal with Leebokgu's constant, very well executed barrage of diverse attacks that keep dealing damage. He just keeps managing to crawl himself a little bit further ahead of Hamburgersasu. He just keeps crawling tiny bits by tiny bits further ahead. So drop from the bottom side to distract, and a drop from the top side to be the real hard-hitting deal. Hamburgersasu's got about 6 tanks there prepared, dropping in from the bottom side. Templars getting in range. Templars are almost in range. He can't storm, but another drop there comes out from the top side. Hamburgersasu is not yet dodging. It's mostly just Zealots though. He's still forced to run away with his SCVs because he doesn't know that it's only Zealots. But yeah, he survives the drop, almost loses nothing at all. Big investment there from Leebokgu. Hamburgersasu buying himself time to grow even bigger yet again. And the longer this game goes on, the bigger he's going to get. But frontal attack now happening as well. Leebokgu honestly is playing. He's on fire. This is very, very strong Protoss gameplay. It's just that Hamburgersasu is dealing with everything about as well as you could. Maybe Mon could deal with it better, but this is very, very well defended from Hamburgersasu. He is showing himself to be in pristine shape. Some more defense are coming out from Leebokgu. He's got a lot of cannons all around his nexus to protect those pros, but I don't actually. It looks like Leebokgu is getting more defense in the back because he saw the dropships finishing up there while he was dropping with his own shuttles. So yeah, dropship comes in. Leebokgu saw the dropship with the Zealot there on the side. Sieges up, probes are running away, gets shot off, kills only 2. Not a big hit, not the big hit he needed or what he was looking for. But, oh man, this is a very big attack that is being loaded up here. A lot of Zealous Dragoons, he's maxed out. Hamburgersasu is not yet maxed out, he's about 145 supply, still building and adding onto his base. He really has been struggling, but he's been holding on. Miraculously, he's been holding on very well, but still he's struggling. Frontal attack happening. He's going to unload his entire shuttle master on the front door. He's going to break through. Units coming from the back to the front from every single side. There's Reavers, Templars, Zealots, a lot of Dragoons. This is the way to break the front door. This is how you bust into a base. Templars, Zealots, Dragoons everywhere. He's trying to run back in between his barracks. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. It might be. This might actually just be enough. This might actually be the game breaker. It looks like Hamburgersasu. Tanks up on the hill, though, are helping him out tremendously. He only has 6 structures which he can realistically produce from. He doesn't have a lot of units left either. Another wave of units is under production, being warped in Leebokgu's base. Can Hamburgersasu recover fast enough, or is this going to be it? Dragoons on the bottom side being very annoying. Leebokgu finds a small, nice little target to focus on with the Dragoons there on the bottom side. Tanks forced to relocate, sieging up. Doesn't have a choke, no front door. Leebokgu 180 supply, more units, another wave is on the way. His upgrades are also in pretty good shape. Let me see what his upgrades are. There's a level, actually, not as good as I had thought. 0-1 there for Hamburgersasu, 0-0 for Hamburgersasu on the mech. Got level 1 attack there on the way, no armor yet. The air for Leebokgu is on 1 shield, 1 armor. It means the ground is on 1 weapon, 1 armor, 1 shield. Once again goes in for the attack. Tanks on the high ground are being annoying. That's a very big drop there. They're going to unload one of them shuttles on top of the hill. Now he goes in with the mass shuttle drop attack right on top of the tanks, where Hamburgersasu is weakest. That's a lot of units there unloading on top of the tanks right next to the command center. There's Reavers, there's Zealots, there's more Reavers. The SCVs are back in the minerals. He picks them up. He's going to mine for them. Oh, this is going to be dangerous. Come on, Hamburgersasu, pull your SCVs to safety. SCVs are going to safety. SCVs are surviving, but there's still this Reaver. Reaver gets everything. Yeah, the Reaver just got every single SCV there on the low ground, and there's nothing left. About 32 SCVs, but that's about not even half of what he had. He survives the attack. One more Templar sneaks his way in, storms and kills about another 13. 21 left, alive. Frontal attack happening at the same time as well. Leebokgu, this might be one of your very best Protoss against Terrans I've seen in a long time. This was extremely well played. Extremely well played by the Leebokgu. I am impressed. This was very high level Protoss. I'm not even mad that the Terran doesn't win. I'm not even mad, because if you play a good Protoss like that, you deserve to win. Honestly, you do. You fought for it. You earned it. Very high level stuff. So let's go for game number 2 between Leebokgu and Hamburgersasu. It's going to be Zerg against Protoss. Of course, Leebokgu again on the Protoss and Hamburgersasu on the Zerg, as is the usual combination, because Hamburgersasu, of course, his YouTube name is Took a Random, which means I picked random. Just Koreanized. It's like broken English from Korean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway. Leebokgu, Protoss, blue. Hamburgersasu, Zerg, red. Right next to each other, bottom left corner, bottom middle of the map. Let's see what's gonna happen. I gotta switch over the scene before I forget. Ooh, almost forgot. So yeah, here, the blue Protoss, Leebokgu, red Zerg, Hamburgersasu. Okay. No choke from Hamburgersasu. Nexus first from Leebokgu. Now, it just so happens that Hamburgersasu scouts the wrong direction, so there's no early rushing shenanigans he can pull off with an early pull, because he simply doesn't know where Leebokgu is. But also, Leebokgu doesn't yet know where Hamburgersasu is, but I do think this is working out in the favor of Leebokgu. It really depends on how fast is Leebokgu planning on rushing. Likewise, is Hamburgersasu going to try to go for early build order with an early rush, or is he going for an economy build order with a lot of hatcheries before he actually gets any units? Double hatchery pool. Gas. Okay, the gas there that he's getting in now is an indication that he's probably going for some early aggression. He's going to try to deal some damage early on. Leebokgu scouts to the right, not gonna scout the left anytime soon, maybe with a Zealot once the Zealot spawns. Overlord's moving to the middle to basically spot out the probe as it scouts around the map. He's gonna build a hatch. He is going to build a choke. Okay, this is spicy stuff. Basically, he's gonna try to get the choke up and running with early Zerglings. That's why he's saving the larva, because he's waiting for the pool to finish. He's mining gas now. He's going to get speed and Zerglings both at the same time, or, well, almost at the same time. A little bit late there with the drones on the gas. He's going to get his 100 gas very soon, and he's going to go move out for the attack. We got a cannon coming up there for Leebokgu, Cybercore, and Forge. Cybercore on the way. Forge is finished. Double gateway producing. Overlord there spots the Zealot. Zealot spots the Overlord, and it looks like Leebokgu has found Hamburgersasu's choke, but Hamburgersasu's got his Zealots, the Zerglings, ready to go and take down the Zealot. Zealot there still in the choke, so it's only a single Zealot. Leebokgu seems to know the Zerglings were on the way. Seems, of course, a logical thing to be happening, so he pulls away, but that Zealot might get surrounded by the Zerglings if the Zerglings are just fast enough. Another wave of Zealots there spawning in the back. He's going to try to get a surround. Doesn't get the surround. Great micro from both players, but not really working out as either player had anticipated. The cannon there in the back is going to keep the probe safe. He's going to add more pylons, and that is in fact a robotics facility. Now, I really wonder, is Hamburgersasu going to get the choke up and running? Is his economy going to be fine? This build order just seems very spicy, and spicy doesn't always mean it's good. But if it works, it is. If it doesn't, well, then of course it isn't. A lot of Zerglings. Honestly, a lot of Zerglings. It looks like Leebokgu knows something funky is up. Or maybe he doesn't. That's a lot of Zerglings getting us around on some Zealots, but more Zealots coming out from the top side. Gonna try to get a flank on the flanking Zerglings. Looks like Hamburgersasu is gonna win this fight, but he's gonna lose a lot of Zerglings to the micro. They're expert micro from Leebokgu. Tries to get as many as he can, tries to buy as much time as he can. More Zealots are spawning there back in the base, getting more cannons now as well. Citadel of Aduna on the way, robotics facility has finished. Zerglings are not going for the attack, he's not going to try, because he is assuming that Leebokgu just made a lot of cannons, which he in fact did. The Zealots are finishing up as well, and he's putting the Zealots right in between the spots or the pathways the Zerglings can walk through. And Leebokgu seems to know that he's in a pretty good position, honestly. He's got 30 probes against 14 drones. 3 hatcheries there from Hamburgersasu. Number 4 there on the way in the front. Yeah, this Hamburgersasu is not in the healthiest condition. Goes in for a scout. Doesn't spot out the support bay and the robotics facility. Overlord there still moving back and forth. No Dragoon on the way to kill it. So Hamburgersasu is going to spot out the support bay and the robotic facility very soon. He's got a Hylas then on the way, a Sunken on the way in the back as well, just in case he needs that Sunken to hit whatever is unloaded on the low ground. Zealot's going for a small frontal attack. He doesn't have an Overlord there in the front, so he doesn't know it's coming, or maybe is he not going for the attack? It's going to be a proxy there in the front. Going to build some cannons right here probably, and take down the hatcheries with the cannon. And maybe going to build robotics on the middle as well. So yeah, he spots out the robotic facility there on the side of Leebokgu's base. More gateways on the way, so more tech. Templar's Archive there on the side, the other side. So Hamburgersasu doesn't see the Templar's Archive, but he probably is assuming it is existing. There's a cannon, there's a support base, so going to be a frontal Reaver push as well. Looks like the Reaver has finished. Now Hamburgersasu doesn't have a lot of vision up on the high ground on the hill, so he should be pretty safe. Really depends on can he move and respond fast enough. Oh, it's gonna be a frontal Reaver push with the one Reaver he just made. Gonna try to take that all down. Can the Reaver shoot in between? It's gonna have to shoot on the hatcheries first. Got 2 more Sunkers on the way there on the sides. Pretty far apart around the corners of the choke. Interesting placement. Zerglings move to the front. He's waiting for the frontal attack. No Zealot speed there on the way from Leebokgu. Does have Storm on the way and Shuttle speed as well. 2 Robos on the middle now on the way. Hamburgersasu is still on 4 extra hatcheries, 5 in total. Gonna lose 1. Gonna go back to 4. Got Hydras there in the back, 31 drones. He's not adding on any more hatcheries. He's just producing Hydraulics at the moment. He's buying himself time by sending in 1 Zergling at a time to eat up a Scarab. That's a very smart thing to do. It's a very efficient use of Zergling because, well, the Scarab only costs 25, but the Scarab can break down the front door, and what he needs is time. And if the front door is broken down, time is not going to be something he has. Horse are on the way as well to help escort the shuttle in, or maybe to start attacking Overlords on the sides. We are about 61 to 108 supply, 54 probes for Leebokgu. He's looking very healthy, very strong. But Gateway's on the way there in the middle. Zealots eating up some shots from the Sunkens. Robos on the middle are also producing now. Zealot speed also queued up. You've also got level 1 attack queued up there on the forge. Hamburgersasu finally adding on more hatcheries. Supply is very low. Evo Chamber getting level 1 attack for the Hydras. Honestly, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous for Hamburgersasu. I'm getting a little bit nervous because, honestly, I really want his Zerg to succeed, but Leebokgu just looks to be pretty far ahead at the moment. But I've seen Hamburgersasu make a comeback from worse, but Leebokgu has such an amazingly strong Protoss against Zerg that the chances are just very small. And we've got Templars finishing up now as well. Got a large shuttle drop there prepared in the choke of Leebokgu's base, while he's at the same time pushing there in the front and building on the middle. It's going to be a lot of gateways. This is going to be a lot of gateways on the middle. Very close proximity to Hamburgersasu's choke. They're going to be able to attack non-stop the moment they spawn and finish. One Corsair going into the base, looking for a way in, doing some recon, sees the lair, almost finishing up, sees some Hydras in the back there as well. 46 drones, not a lot of Hydras. Not a lot of Hydras. Almost 140 supply there for Leebokgu. Speed is finished for Zealous. Dragoon range is on the way as well. Scarab damage might be finished, might not be finished. And there starts the first small little distraction, attacking the Overlords on the top side. It might force him to pull his Hydras from the bottom to the top side. And it might give Leebokgu the opportunity to go in with a drop from the bottom side. Although he's only using 2 Hydras. Actually pretty smart to only use 2 of them. Repositions the Corsair. Drop is preparing to go in. Frontal attack. And a bottom side attack. I think it's going to be a combination of both. Reaver's still pushing. What is that? I think he's going to go for a maximum supply before he attacks. And I think he's banking on ending the game at once. He's going to try to end it in one fell swoop. Everything at once. Oh, he goes in, starts sniping some of the Reavers. Actually pretty well done. Reduces the Reaver count down to 2. Drop on the bottoms that hasn't gotten in yet. Hamburgersasu is slowly growing, but Leebokgu is hitting 192 supply. Going to be 200 maxed out within a couple of seconds. Goes in from the front. All the Sunkens there in the front. Only a couple of Hydras on the bottom side. Goes in with the frontal attack. That's a lot of Zealots with level 1 attack. But the Hamburgersasu level 1 attack not yet finished. Should be finishing very soon. Drop there still hanging on the bottom side, waiting to go in. His frontal attack actually doing a lot of damage. He's just tearing through. Hamburgersasu is waiting as long as he can. Drop comes in for the bottom side. Ooh, he snipes one shuttle. Shuttles turn around. Gonna try to find another pathway into the base. Maybe he's gonna unload there he's gonna unload in the front. He's not going to go for the drop. He's going to unload there in the front. All the Sunkers have been taken down. Only 3 of them are left alive. The Reavers have gone down as well. Templar Storm from the Hydras. Hydras are dodging the storm, but a little bit too late because he still loses a couple of them. Another wave of units has finished there on the middle, and they're going for the frontal attack. Templar Storms! More Templar Storms! Zealots, Dragoons coming in from the backside. Upgrades for the Hydras have just finished up, but it might be too late. He's trying to keep up, but keeping up might be a little bit too difficult to do. With 40 drones, almost no gas at all. He's producing lurkers, Hydras, everything at the same time. He's going to try to hang on tight, but he might not be hanging on tight enough. It might just be too difficult to do. Lurkers there in the back, that might be the saving grace. I see no observatory yet from Leebokgu, but he might be adding it on very soon. Nope. No observatory anywhere to be seen yet. So yeah, it looks like Hamburgersasu can defend himself with the lurkers with a drop coming in there from the front side. It's Reavers. Oh, he's gonna burrow up with the lurkers right next to the Reavers. Gonna kill most of them, but still loses 3 of his lurkers before they burrow up. Picks up one Reaver. Reaver goes in for the backside. The Reaver forced to unload, but the Reaver goes down as well. And now there's Zealot there in the middle of the base. Hamburgersasu producing as fast as he can, microing as fast as he can. More Reavers coming out for the backside now. There's Zealots in the back of the base, killing everything he can. One Sunken there in the back is helping him out, but it might just not be enough. 82 supply against 160. The huge wave there on the middle. Observatory is now on the way there in the base for Leebokgu right there. Once he has that observatory, I think defending is going to be pretty much impossible for Hamburgersasu. Shuttle there on the top side, going to try to get in, but Hamburgersasu covers his ass as well as he can at the moment. Now let's do a head count on the hatcheries. 10 hatcheries in total. 87 supply, 85 drones. This is a difficult situation. The gas is very low. I think the observer is now on the way. Double observer, in fact. Even more dragoons. I think he can honestly end the game with just his mass attack. It's going to be impossible for Hamburgersasu to defend this. There's just so many units coming in here. He's only got 65 probes. That means he's got a lot of units prepared and queued up, ready to attack. He's going in from the side, walks into the lurkers. Lurkers are actually doing a pretty good job there defending, but the two reavers are unloading as well. Going to try to clear out the lurkers as fast as he can. But Hamburgersasu tries to go for a surround on this, but he pulls back. He doesn't feel like he can go yet. He's reorganizing his units, goes in once again onto that attack. Reavers being picked up, reavers being flown out, reavers retreating. Goes back towards the middle. Hamburgersasu goes for the attack. Hamburgersasu goes for the attack. He's feeling like he's gotta go. It's now or never. He goes, but there's another mass. No, he pulls back. Goes for the spread on the choke. But oh, this attack from Leebokgu is looking so strong. More hiders coming in and finishing up. 1-1 against 0-0-1. Reavers unloading. Once again goes in for the attack. Gets a surround on the Dragoons and the Reavers. Gets a surround on everything. Oh, Hamburgersasu is playing this so well on such a low amount of supply. Goes in, gets... Oh my god, he is breaking... Is he breaking? Is he doing this? Oh, there's so many units on the middle there. That's such a massive army of gateway units. So yeah, Hamburgersasu is dancing back and forth, managing to hold on. He just keeps holding on. Somehow he's doing it. Although he's low on minerals. He's very low on minerals. Attack comes in. This is the maxed out Leebokgu attack there. There's almost nothing left there in the back to defend. Only a couple of hydras. Drop comes in as well. It's going to fly all the way around. So that the drones and the hydras cannot really respond. Hamburgersasu now, again, Hamburgersasu knows it's over. Doesn't dodge the storm. Leaves the game before he even loses his drones. And Leebokgu comes out on top again. But Hamburgersasu, again, he defended very well, but he just started out with a very weird build order. He tried to go for some early circling shenanigans, kind of like a half-cheese attack, but it just didn't work out. And because that early aggression from Hamburgersasu didn't work out, Leebokgu could very comfortably grow bigger and start mass-producing gateways and gateway units on the middle and keep up the pressure with the shuttle reaver combination. And in the end, it's the relay, the layoff to the Templar Storm, and it finishes off the game. Beautifully played from both players, but in the end, Leebokgu's Protoss is just a little bit too difficult to defeat for Hamburgersasu today. Maybe the next time we're going to see some wins from Hamburgersasu against Leebokgu's Protoss, but not this time. This time, it's Leebokgu's game to take home. So that's for today's RGB for RJB TV. I hope you enjoyed the replays. Hope you enjoyed the fight, the action, the excitement. And I'll be coming back to you soon with yet another video. I'm going to continue with the Leebokgu against Hamburgersasu train because honestly, that was a lot of fun. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and leave a like and a subscribe and a thumbs up or whatever you want to do. I just hope to be seeing you return next time here at RGB TV. Have a good night, or a good morning, or a good afternoon.